So let's talk about Will Smith. We got it. It's the top of the news. Let's talk about the Academy Awards. And the Academy Awards last night were interesting for the first time in years, but for all the wrong reasons. The annual spectacle has been experiencing a steep decline in viewership for years now, and much of that's due to people tiring of the celebrities using the stage as a pulpit to righteously lecture us over the latest social justice cause of the week. We watch, or at least we used to watch, in order to see the top people in the realm of movie production recognized and awarded for the best products of the year that they've produced. It's a huge industry, and it's a craft that takes talent and tremendous work to excel in. We don't, however, really care what their political views are, though we still get constantly barraged with them. Now, the spectacle last night, if nothing else, showed the world, though, just what an odd, disconnected, cloistered, entitled world the Hollywood elite live within. So I'm going to play a clip of what happened for those who haven't seen it yet. And I'm going to warn you, there's some graphic language in it. And it's about a minute. Take a second to turn on your device if you don't want anybody to hear Will Smith's expletive-laden tirade. But, it's going to be hard to rant further if you haven't seen actually what has happened. And I'm sure you've been hearing people talking about it all morning. So here we go.
Who's got the hardest job tonight? Javier Bardem and his wife are both nominated. Now, if she loses, he can't win. He is praying that Will Smith wins. Like, please, Lord. Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane jump.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay? Okay. That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay. Okay.
Now, wasn't that something? What a bizarre moment. And it is too bad because, I think Chris Rock is hilarious and Will Smith is a fantastic actor. But it shows these guys, again, they aren't in the real world with the rest of us, guys. So let's break this down a little. Chris Rock went over the line. He made fun of Will Smith's wife with a joke about her alopecia, a condition that causes a person to lose all of their hair. It was crude and it was uncalled for and it was the wrong place for it. This wasn't a celebrity roast or a small stand-up gig. Now, all that said, it didn't justify Will Smith's getting up on the stage and assaulting him. Oh, I know, it was just a slap, but it was a single hard-hitting open slap, and rather than beating him to a pulp, it was still an assault. Humanity never ceases to disappoint me, but one positive development we've had in the developed world is a total intolerance for physically assaulting somebody. It's simply not considered acceptable, nor should it be. Now, Smith could have reacted a number of ways, whether it's walking out of the show, shouting from the floor, or simply ignoring it and talking with Rock and the show producers after the show. Whether he was in a bad mood or had a head full of Colombian marching powder, who knows? His judgment was poor, though, and the spectacle was sad. Whether we like it or not, people look up to the Hollywood elite as role models, and they really should stop. The elites of Hollywood, for the most part, are spoiled, entitled, liberal children who should only be taken seriously when they're practicing their arts in the entertainment field. They have little exposure to reality, and as we can see, very little grip upon it when they encounter it. Now, some people have been trying to portray Smith's act as being chivalrous. Perhaps that was the intent, but it still doesn't justify an assault like that. Society, for the most part, has moved beyond that sort of action. Rock shouldn't be let off the hook either. What the hell was he thinking going with that personal joke in a primetime performance? Again, though, it demonstrates that disconnect and self-centered view from celebrities. Rock was only thinking about making his mark on the show, not about how it would impact the person on the other end of the joke. Some people think this might have been a purposeful publicity stunt. I wouldn't put it beyond the clowns in Hollywood, but I doubt it in this case. They're even calling some people, they might take away Smith's Academy Award in this. And they didn't get good ratings out of it, guys. If it was staged, they cut it in the United States. People didn't see that. The only people who saw it were in Australia and Japan. They're all seeing it after the fact. It was a very terrible job if indeed it was staged. But if anything, it's boosted YouTube's ratings. The Academy Awards show dumped Kevin Hart a couple of years ago over some tasteless tweets he did. But now they have hosted a physical confrontation between two privileged celebrities. They really need to get their priorities straight if they want to claim that virtue signaling high ground they're always pursuing. Normalizing assault is not a good development here. Keep this debacle in mind the next time you see one of these celebrities telling us how we're supposed to live and consume energy and how we're supposed to eat, vote, and govern ourselves. These people are not to be taken seriously, and we should really stop giving them ink for anything aside from their work and entertainment, though I know I'm giving them attention right now. They're here to entertain us and distract us from the world for a little while. They're not here to educate us, and we shouldn't let them try. Ricky Gervais said it all too well when he eviscerated them while hosting the Golden Globe Awards for what I'm sure has got to be his final time. I won't insult you with an attempt at his accent, but I will quote it. This is what he said as he got ready to give the awards. So if you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech. You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world, and most of you have spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So if you win one, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and fuck off, okay? It's already 3 hours long. Now let's get on to the first award. I can't close it any better than he did back then. So